Connie Gonzalez, Director of Strategy and Community Relations with Brooks. I'm joined by Vanessa Bernal, a San Antonio-based licensed marriage and family therapist and licensed professional counselor. She also happens to be my older sister. Thank you so much for joining us today, Vanessa.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for taking the time to speak with me and our lovely Brooks audience about this very important topic of mental health, and then of course coping during this crisis that we're facing. And so as our first responders and health professionals do their part to keep us safe and healthy, it's important we do what we can to keep ourselves both physically and mentally healthy. And so that's where you and the many gifted therapists and counselors come in, Vanessa. So how can mindfulness be helpful in times like these?
So mindfulness is a process of bringing our awareness to our experiences that are happening in the present time. And right now, our experiences aren't really changing too much. So when our day-to-day starts to stay the same, it's hard for us to pay attention to our emotions or behaviors that do continue to change. So we might not notice if we're adapting any negative habits, negative perception or approach to those around us. Having a condescending tone with our family or with our coworkers on our video chats. Starting to take things too personal, things like that. It's hard for us to be aware of those things. So if we practice mindfulness right now, it helps us be more in tuned and aware of our emotions and our behaviors that are changing while our setting and our environment is not changing.
So our lives and routine have completely changed, like you said, for most of us. And so I've personally been home since March 13th. And so going on about a month so far. And so what's a good anchor for me or for anyone to really anchor their mind?
So even in times like this, it's important for us to take note that our mental health is just as important as our physical health. So we definitely need to make sure we're aware of our emotions and our behaviors in our mental state. Right now, the biggest issue that we'll face is reaching cabin fever. Once we get that cabin fever, we start to get irritable, we're easily agitated, everyone's kind of pushing our buttons a little bit. We can have thoughts of anxiety, the fear of the unknown, or symptoms of depression where we start to feel down or lonely, or sometimes just bored. So one of the best things we can do right now for ourselves is to change our setting as much as possible. Go outside if we can. The mayor still promotes us exercising or walking our dog, even just to go check the mailbox. Any reason to get outside and get some fresh air. Go for a walk, jog if you like, or even just go to the backyard. Do some stretching, look out there to read or write, or just jam out to your music. If you can take your laptop outside and do some work in the backyard or the front porch, that would be great. Anything to get you out of the same setting that you're in. Most of us right now have our same workstation and the same chair and the same table that we just return to every single day. So change of our setting will be very beneficial for mental health.
Perfect. And of course, like you mentioned, going outside is okay. The mayor and the judge are promoting that. Well, of course, keeping in mind social distancing and making sure that you're more than 6 feet away from others. And so although I personally miss in-person meetings, having the technology like we're on right now to FaceTime, Zoom, house party, whatever it may be. And so talk about the need and importance to stay social.
Right now, it is still very important to stay connected to our loved ones, our friends, and family. Yes, we want to practice social distancing, but doesn't mean that we need to isolate ourselves. Still want to be interactive as much as possible. There's plenty of Facebook groups out there that we can join based on either the side of town that we live on or similar interests. That it's a way for us to be interactive. There's plenty of video chat apps out there that we can stay interactive with our loved ones. Like you mentioned, FaceTime and Zoom. There's a house party application we can download that has virtual games to help us stay interactive. When the conversation runs a little bit dry because nothing's really changing, we can still play games with our families. And still always call and text our loved ones as much as we need to. There's even exercise competitions that we can start. There's different apps, or just to do it on your own of starting a challenge like the most steps walked for the week or the most number of exercises for the week. Any way to get us interactive, hold ourselves accountable, and give us an excuse to reach out to our friends and our loved ones.
Okay, noted. So an exercise challenge might be coming your way and maybe to mom's way as well.
Oh, great. Great. Set myself up.
And so, like you mentioned, yeah, the chats have been great. We've been on chats with several of our friends, our family members, and it has been a fun way to engage, and then of course like play games and keep things light, while of course checking in on each other.
Absolutely.
And so now, also, we have parents at home. We have parents that are now juggling a full day's work, and they're also attempting to fill in the teacher's role, all while under the same roof of their kiddos, who they're trying to keep entertained. And so, what do you recommend for parents and their kids to ease stress at home?
So yes, parents, we want to be there for our children, but you need to make sure that you're there for yourself as well. So make sure you're taking care of your own stress and practice mindfulness techniques. In terms of mindfulness, there's plenty of apps you could download on your phone to give you tips and tools and prompts day to day to help you stay mindful. Some of them include meditation. Some people like guided meditation. Other people just want to listen to music. So you got to kind of do your research and see what you like. Don't be discouraged if you find one that's not for you and give up. Look for another one. There might be another one better suited for you. There's an app called Headspace that gives different prompts for your journal entry for the day, or a different exercise routine, or a different topic of discussion for you and your family. So it gives you little prompts every day to kind of change things up. Exercise right now is one of the best things we can do always, not only for our physical well-being, but also for our mental and emotional well-being. YouTube is free. There's plenty of different exercise videos on YouTube. You can look up a short clip if I want to do like a 7-minute ab workout, or maybe something longer, some more cardio exercises. That's something that I can do inside my own home. Most gyms right now also are live streaming their workout classes, and a lot of them are doing them for free. I know Planet Fitness has their Facebook Live workout class every evening, and you don't even have to be a member. You can join that for free. Different yoga studios are streaming their classes. Some of these are on demand, so I can watch it pre-recorded, or some of them are live, so I can just stay tuned for that time and day and tune in and do my exercise that way. Also, with exercise, engaging in healthy eating habits is still very important. So not trying to fill our bodies with too much junk. When we eat too much junk, we start to kind of feel like junk after so many days. So make sure we're still eating healthy and get the family engaged. You guys go together on Pinterest and everyone take turns for the week of who's going to promote the recipe for this week. There you go, get your shopping done, and then cook up something new just to keep the family interactive. There's puzzles and coloring books, both for adults and kids, that can help us with our stress and relieve some of those tense moments for ourselves or tense days. Adult coloring books have become very popular now. They're a lot more intricate than children's coloring books, but I've heard a lot of people say that they're very therapeutic, and usually one page takes you about a week or two to do because they're very intricate, but they can be a lot of fun, and then the result is always really nice. Also, in terms of resources, most hospitals and clinics have a lot of resources for families right now on their website. I know San Antonio Behavioral Health and Clarity and other behavioral health clinics have plenty of resources available on their website. They have homeschooling resources, virtual field trips, at-home activities to do with the family, different physical activity resources, plenty of resources on there to get you and the kids engaged and kind of change up the day-to-day. Also, PBS has offered a lot of free resources as well. So you can tune into PBS on TV or just go to the website. I know right now they have a link on their main page of how to talk to your children about the coronavirus. So a whole article dedicated to that. And they'll have different links to different YouTube videos or books or other resources that you can do to help you guys stay more engaged and keep up with their schoolwork, but still relieving your stress. And finally, lastly, call your insurance. Most insurance panels are sending out plenty of resources. I know I'm getting a lot of emails from my insurance about different things I can do with my family or just for my own mental health. So call your insurance or just go to their website, and those links are usually going to be on the main page of different resources you can use for you and your family.
Perfect. Lots of fun activities, and also a quick plug. Brooks also created our own word search and some coloring activities again to kind of help those parents keep their kiddos busy. And so make sure to visit our website and download some of those fun stuff. I know I might be coloring pages. And so all great tips, Vanessa. Thank you so much. But finally, with the amount of time we have left, can you walk us through a mindfulness exercise people can easily do at home?
Yes. Perfect, absolutely. So one of the easiest things to do for mindfulness, not easy, but I could say time-wise easy, is a breathing exercise. So one breathing exercise we can practice right now. You want to get comfy in your chair. Once you're sitting nice and comfortable, we're going to take a few deep breaths. So you want to breathe in through your nose and then slowly breathe out through your mouth. And with each breath, you want to pay attention to our body. When we breathe in, our body expands, and then we breathe out, our body softens. And with each deep breath, you do want to slowly close your eyes and relax your mind. You want to try to not let your mind control your breathing, but let your breathing control your mind. So as these thoughts come in, you let those thoughts go out. And you want to focus on the sensation of that breathing. Even put your hand on your stomach and feel your stomach go up and go down with each breath. You do that in and out for about a minute. Once you're ready, slowly open your eyes, give yourself a couple minutes, and then you can get back to work.
Awesome. I feel really good. I feel so much better already. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd like to add? Any additional tips or resources?
That's a fine tip, is to not be afraid to reach out to somebody. It's okay to need somebody to talk to, especially during this time. You don't have to have a severe issue. It's just, hey, I just need somebody to talk to. I'm stressed just because of this crisis, and that's okay. So reach out to myself or another therapist of your choice. Call your insurance. And if you have an employee assistance program, call them up and try to get the resources that you can. A lot of therapists are offering telehealth right now. So you can talk to your therapist either through video or through the phone. So they are still considered, so you can go meet in person, but stay safe as possible. Stay home and take advantage of that telehealth. And when things kind of get back to normal, you can meet them in person.
And if any of our viewers want to get in touch with you, how do they do so?
You can visit my website or my Facebook page at Peace of Mind Therapy. Website is peaceofmindtherapy.com. You'll have my phone and email there that you can send me a message, and then we can go from there.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us, Vanessa. Really appreciate the advice and insight that you gave for our community, sister.
Thank you for having me.
In addition to the interview, you can take a look at previous interviews we've recorded as we work to provide the latest and necessary information during this crisis. You can stay up to date with the various announcements on our website, livebrooks.com, or you can look us up on social media. We're available on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Stay safe and healthy, friends.